Hey guys, welcome to my and Zen's first look at a game called Path of Exile. This is an ARPG game, which is a genre I'm not totally super familiar with, so one of the reasons Zen is here is because he is Asian, which means that he has sort of a natural persuasion toward ARPG games and a natural proficiency with them. So Zen, why don't you tell me how you feel about Path of Exile from the perspective of somebody who's played like Diablo 2?
Okay, well, hi guys. Well, the thing is, now that I've been appointed professor of ARPGs, apparently, I like Path of Exile. I played Diablo 3. Path of Exile just feels better to me in many ways than Diablo 3 does. I mean, in a sense, you could call it my bias and say that's because it's closer to Diablo 2 than Diablo 3 was. But at the same time, there are a lot of intelligent decisions that the creators of Path of Exiles have made, and you'll see that as we go along, that I like better over Diablo 3 or 2, and also some really weird decisions too, which are okay. You know, they don't really kill the game for me so much, but in general, this is one of the best ARPGs I played so far. Anyway, we're still in chapter 1 here.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really fantastic game. Zen and I probably sunk about like three and a half hours into this accidentally. We didn't mean to play that long. We just did a couple nights ago.
Yep.
We were just trying to get the feel of it, and we just couldn't stop. It's a really good game. So why don't we get back to the Prisoner's Gate where we left off last time, and we'll just kind of show you the continuation of our adventures. Like I said, this is a few hours into the game.
Okay, going to get into the Prisoner's Gate, because that's the story of the game. We are, well, I mean, there's nothing to do with the prison itself, but basically the game starts you off as criminals, marooned on this island, exiled. So that's part of exile for you, and then it's up to you to do daring deeds and redeem yourself in the eyes of society or something along those lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah.
So this is, like I said, where we left off last time. We just kind of defeated one of the first major bosses in the game, if not the first, through this abandoned prison. And we're trying to forge a path up the coast to where there's this like a forest where they can get food and stuff, because right now they're in a bad state famine-wise.
Oh, is that the story of the game?
Yeah.
I'm not even paying attention, to be quite honest with you.
I'm not paying a ton of attention, but I kind of know what happens later, because on my other character I'm like part of the way into Act 2 already.
All I know is that I click on things and explode.
Yeah,
oh,
that's the best part.
I hope so. I mean, I have another character as well, which I started playing after this one. It's more of a range build, so I'm still getting used to playing this guy again after so long as playing a bow and arrow guy.
Yeah, it's weird for me having to pay attention to my mana too. After I also play a ranger guy. Always in our ARPGs for me, I find that bows tend to be overpowered because they allow you to attack from a distance without using any mana, which is really nice. But for this, as you can see, I'm playing this cute little witch who is completely intelligence-based. And that's the way this game works. There are 6 different classes, I believe, 3 pure classes and 3 hybrid classes. So I'm pure intelligence. Zen is playing a hobo Templar, or just a Templar, but he kind of looks like a hobo to us.
Yeah, really. I mean,
yeah, he looks kind of silly, especially with the gear he has on right now.
It looks like a football helmet that I have on right now.
But he is a hybrid.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea.
I've seen that
oh,
person,
I think
like,
he was in
the prison.
In the prison,
right?
yeah. We saw him in the warden's chamber. But anyway, Zen is strength and intelligence based. So we kind of maybe didn't choose our like compatibilities so well, but that's fine. Everything's been working out fine for us so far. Zen just runs around and bashes things with his club, and I shoot fireballs at them. Which I've also found, or heard from people, that fire sucks and ice is good ever since I started this build, after like putting skill points into fire and choosing a fire spell and shit, so that kind of sucks.
Uh-oh.
But
there's always respecs.
Yeah, I could respec. But
no,
I have to find an ice spell for that.
I should add also at this point that Path of Exile is in closed beta right now.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's going to be a free-to-play online action RPG whenever they do feel ready to release it as such in the completed version. But for right now, the only way you can get into this beta is to is to pay at least $10 to them, which will be returned to you in the form of in-game currency, which will be only used for cosmetic items, as far as I know.
For what, sir?
Cosmetic items, so it's not like a pay-to-win kind of thing.
Well, right now, I haven't found a way to buy cosmetic items, but I have found that you can buy like more storage space and more character slots.
And character slots, yes.
Yeah, which is actually kind of useful. I like the ability to buy a couple more pages in my stash, so I can hold on to more junk. Because I'm kind of a pack rat in games like this.
Yeah, so am I. I've got all kinds of little baubles and thingies lying around my stash.
Yeah, I've heard that this is going to open beta very soon, they're saying. So, if you're thinking, like, if you want to buy the open beta you want to buy the closed beta just to play the game and you're not interested in the $10 you get in in-game currency, I would wait it out. It's probably going to be like a week or two. But if you think this is the sort of game that you're going to put serious time into, you'll probably want to spend $10 on it anyway. So you might as well just buy yourself into the closed beta.
I should add that the developers are definitely going to be wiping out the characters.
Yeah.
At the end of the closed beta, but you know, you do get to keep whatever in-game currency that you have, as far as I know.
Yeah, and whatever stuff you bought with it as well. I think we have to go down this way.
Yeah, I think so.
We're just wandering around aimlessly killing the local fauna here.
Yep. It's decimating the local wildlife.
Oh, come on, there we go.
I mean, it is the truth after all. These scorpions are just lying around doing whatever scorpion-y things we're doing. We're just walking into their lands like goddamn interlopers.
Yep. Yeah, we're not being very nice right now.
Yeah. But these guys now, these assholes are coming up here and trying to sneak up on us. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the bearded devils are kind of assholes, and later on there's like a boss based on them that we'll have to fight.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah, how far have you gotten on your primary characters then?
Not far. I mean, I got to the ghost shipyard. I mean, the shipyard something. I don't know. It's full of those annoying guys that like to shoot eyes. Ah, yeah. Champion.
Oh, that's actually that's past where we are now, huh?
Yeah, that is past where we are now. But oh god, this is not cool. Let's get rid of this goat guy first so that he can stop spamming spells at us. And
oh yeah, just leveled up. That's cool.
Okay,
so right after this this boss fight, I'll be able to show off kind of the level up system in this game, which is one thing that makes it very unique. And one thing that I actually like a lot about the game.
Yeah, I do like the really flexible level up system as well.
Yeah. Who would have thought that fire spells would do basically nothing on a fire dog?
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, maybe I'll just pump away at him with wand attacks.
Okay. Oh god, I'm almost dying. Yeah, almost. I'm still okay.
Right.
There we go.
Hey, a goat's horn. That's a new wand for me.
Okay. Just going to stay out of the fire there for a little bit.
My shield's absorbing it. I didn't even notice. Okay, so let me show off the skill level up system while Zen takes what he wants.
Yeah, I'm going to snag those gauntlets over there, and that's the biggest thing for me.
So as you can see, skill level up system fucking huge. And each character has a different starting point on the skill level up, each of these little hexes here. So I am this pure intelligence build tree. So I can build up here and get all this intelligence-based stuff, and I'm linked over here to kind of a more of a dexy, strengthy kind of thing, and same on the other side. So to spend points, you have to start at this, and then you can go in any direction from there. And you want to look for these big things, like this lightning walker gives you a hugely increased ability with lightning, frost walker same with frost, etc. This is an interesting one that makes your area skills do more damage and have a larger area. And to get there, you'll have to take a little junk, like 8% increased spell damage, plus 10 to intelligence, stuff like that. I'm not sure what I want. I just finished up this fire tree, which, as I was talking about, was probably a bad idea. Let's see. Life of minions is not something I use at all. I don't have minions. Maximum power charges. I don't even know what power charges are, man. I'm still very new at this game. Let's just
I haven't
work
figured
my
out
way
what
over
that
the
is
fire
either.
tree over here. Why not? So yeah, there's a lot of customization going on there. You don't want any of this?
Yeah, I took the yellow gauntlets. That's the item I really want. I think there's a There's some kind of armor down there that you might want to look at, even though it's probably not as good as the one I gave you earlier.
The oiled vest?
Not the oil vest, the other one. Did I pick that up? Yes, because that is more of a wizard kind of thing, or a witch kind of thing.
It does have a lot more energy shield, but way fewer... Oh, that's tough. It's close. I would lose some intelligence and life regen per minute, but I would get a lot more energy shield. I think I'll stick with what I've got for right now. So anyway...
One of the weird things about this game, if you've noticed, is that, well, you start off, really, and all the beginning equipment's like pieces of wood and junk.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Like, my shield literally is just a plank right now.
Yeah, that's what it's called too, right? The plank shield?
Yeah, it's called a plank.
Yeah. Yeah, and you start out with like Driftwood Mall is one of my favorite names for an item. It's like, oh yeah. It's this giant piece of driftwood.
Just a goddamn piece of wood, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Call it what it is, game.
But then later on you get some cooler stuff.
I'm sure. Oh.
What is that?
That's a molten shield.
Molten shield?
I wasn't really using it just now because it was mostly fire dogs that was attacking us.
Aha.
It's a chromatic orb over here. Do you want that?
You can have it.
Okay, I'll take that in the orb transmutation as well.
That's another thing I should mention. Orbs in this game kind of take the place of currency, and they have properties that kind of change items. When you sell items, you get either like chunks of wisdom scrolls that you can use to identify magic items.
Oh god, this is going to be a pain.
Yeah, stay back. Or I guess you can't, huh? Because you're a melee character.
Yep. I gotta be in there.
Yep. Well, that worked. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, when you sell magic items, identified or unidentified, you get different types of shards of orbs that are things like orbs of transmutation can change one magic item into another. It just like re-rolls all of its stats. And orbs of augmentation add effects to magic items, and orbs of alteration, I think, like make a oh, I've got this all mixed up, but there are orbs.
Yeah, it's...
Sorry, what?
No, it's just something along those lines.
Yeah.
In that all the different orbs will modify your items in some degree, or do some other utility effect like identifying items for you, or letting you go back to town. But they're also used for currency in the game.
Yeah, so if you sell something to the vendor, you know, there's no gold. So they'll just give you these chunks of these orbs that you can then use to improve your equipment. So there's an orb of alteration right here. Reforges a magic item with new properties.
Yep, it's completely random too.
And then I think transmutation is the one that just takes a normal item and makes it magic and gives it magic properties. Where are you?
I wandered off this way because I saw a chest which didn't have anything good in it. It's just a weird quiver. Okay. Die, scorpions! Going to make you extinct because nobody cares in this world.
Let's see. Do you have any like concerns about this game? I've been trying to remember. I know we had some complaints, but for the life of me, can't think of them right now.
I mean, I do have a few concerns about this game. Now, number one is that the inventory space is really limited. I mean, you're talking about Diablo 2. Well, this really goes back to Diablo 2 in the sense that most games that were created since Diablo 2, like even Titan Quest, for example, you had 3 or so tabs, and you could have up to 3 tabs in your inventory. In Path of Exile, you only have 1, so you have to be prepared either to leave items behind or be prepared to try to get your way back to town. But the Scrolls of Town Portal are really, really uncommon in this game too. Or not to say uncommon, but they just don't show up that often.
They show up more frequently as you go on, I found.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
And also, I think they show up less frequently when you're in a party, oddly enough. Like, I have plenty on my solo character, but when we're playing together. But I just import them from my solo character, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let me let me show you guys this inventory. Like, this is my inventory, so I can carry like probably about like 10 items tops of various sizes, and you have to fit them all in there too. So often you have empty space that you can't really reconcile into a space where you can put an item, which is kind of annoying. Here we are at the ship graveyard, finally.
Ah, yes, the ship graveyard. Now my molten shield should come in useful here, I hope. And your fire should come in useful here too, because I think a lot of the enemies here are water ice spec.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's one concern I had with the game. I mean, aside from that, though, there's not much. I'm sure I mentioned some others. Like, there's some weird UI things I don't like. Um, but aside from that, the biggest problem, yes, is in fact the inventory space.
Yeah. But I have noticed
So
that, like, it's often not really worthwhile picking up anything that's not yellow or unique. And those are pretty rare. So you're not going to fill up your inventory with, like, good things you really want to keep. But you are going to fill it up with just random junk you want to sell to the shop. So you have to be a little bit more judicious than people who are OCD like me might like, if that makes any sense. And that you leave a lot of stuff on the ground. And you just kind of, if you obsess over it, you're going to go crazy, because you're going to spend constant time like rearranging your inventory trying to decide what to take, and it's going to be a big waste of your time when it comes down to it.
Inventory attaches is back in a big way in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very limited inventory, and I do feel like if I had an improvement for the game, it would be a little bit less of a strict inventory, but it does work for the game. It's not a glaring flaw, I wouldn't say. Just something to get used to.
Okay, ghosties, just die again. Yes. Fairgrave, crewman, huh?
So as you can see, the gameplay is very much, you know, somebody in the town will tell you something vague about, like, go this way, and then you basically just go from one area to the next, killing enemies until you get a quest complete. Very standard for an ARPG. Very fun. I enjoyed it. It's a fun little mindless exercise in killing things. And there have been some bosses that have been really challenging to me. Oh yeah, and that's a good segue into the death system, because I actually died on the end of Act 1 boss when I was playing it solo. And the way death works, which I found out then, was you don't lose anything. You don't, like, get your equipment or your experience taken away from you like some games. You just get sent back to your spawn point, like the encampment. Yeah, encampment, I should say. And you have to go through the entire dungeon again, like the entire instance resets when that happens. So, like, I died on the Act 1 boss mostly because I was underpowered for that point. But that was kind of cool. Like, I didn't like it at the time, but then I got sent back to, oh, this place is a dick. I forgot about this place.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
These guys are annoying as hell. They teleport to you and hit you.
Oh, fantastic.
But anyway, yeah, I got to go through the dungeon again, kill all the monsters again, including the little mini bosses that have a chance to drop good equipment. And I ended up getting a better loadout and a couple of more levels. And by the time I got back to the boss, I was totally ready to take on the boss fight. So it has a good progression there, in that if you die, it's not the end of the world, it's just an opportunity to grow a little bit more before you try that fight again. So it's gonna...
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, it will slow your progress through the game down, but it's not going to, like, cripple you or really piss you off. There's a hardcore mode, too, though, if you are one of those people who really likes a challenge, in which I assume your character just dies for good if you die at all.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I will say that, I mean, I really like the death system and how you describe it, I mean, or how it is. Because those of you who have played Diablo 2, remember that if you die in a dungeon, your body gets left behind, and with all your stuff on it.
and
then you have to go back. And well, not really. You have to go and collect all the stuff from your corpse.
Yeah.
Right? So that means you start off completely naked back in town, and you have to somehow fight your way through everything again.
Oh man, so you basically just want to keep a full set of equipment
in your stash. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I leveled up again. Cool.
Okay, that's good.
Have you leveled
up?
No,
I should. I did just now, and I'm just about to level up again. So I'm behind you really slightly.
Okay, so I should mention, I just got a level up also on my gym here, the Freezing Pulse gym. So the way skills work in this game is really unique, and spells and such like that. There are 3 different types of gyms. There are strength aligned, dexterity aligned, and magic aligned gyms that are green, blue, and red. And those will give you... Ooh, that's going to be good for my... Or do you want that, actually?
You can have it if you want. I'm going to quickly look at mine.
Actually, I'm so far ahead that there's no way it's going to be good for mine. I know you're making a duelist. It's probably good for you. You should take it.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I'll just grab it.
Quivers are good with bows. And it's yellow, which makes it really good.
Something.
And light quiver is the favorite type of quiver that I've found so far. It gives you a huge dexterity bonus.
Okay, I'll have a look at it once we're not being attacked by assholes over here.
Yeah. And also, once we're not being attacked by assholes, I will show off the gems I have equipped and how that works. So, I just leveled up another gem. Cool.
Okay, that's good.
So, you see I have these gems set in these pieces of equipment. And they're, you know, color aligned, obviously. And every single gem I have here corresponds to one of the spells I have down here. Fire Trap, Fireball, Freezing Pulse, and Wrath. Which allow me to cast spells. And any type of character has this, and those always use mana. And as you have them equipped, they also gain experience along with you. You don't have to use the spell necessarily. You just... Oh, I'm getting hit here. But they passively gain experience so that your spells get better and better as you go on. Jim cannot level up. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. One thing I have found with this, and I think this is the main reason to play hybrid characters, is that gyms that I kind of liked using are going to stop leveling up because they have higher requirements in a skill that I'm not leveling. So because I think that one's going to require dexterity. I haven't leveled dexterity at all, so now I can't level that gym up anymore. I've reached the cap. Ooh, a medium life flask.
Yep.
I'll check that out later.
Now, speaking of the potion system in this game, the potion system is a little different than most ARPGs in that they just don't drop in the quantities you find like in a Diablo game or something like that. But the potions, you put them in your belt like any other ARPG for the PC. And then you use them as you would in any other RPG. But number one, instead of using them all in one go, you use a certain number of charges on them, and then those charges will get reset or refilled as you kill enemies in the game.
Yeah, so for example, I've got this bubbling medium flask of adrenaline. It recovers 50 health every time I use it. It has 28 charges and uses 8 charges per drink. And it also has all of these other bonuses that take effect when I drink it. So they're not strictly health or mana recovering flasks. They can have other effects as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot different from your standard Diablo in the sense that these things are just not throwaway items.
Yeah, exactly. So you really want to put some effort into your flasks. There are glass blowers baubles that improve the quality of flasks. Ooh. As well as check out that tribal mall in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm spec'd to be a one-handed character, but maybe I will just take it with me.
Okay.
And have a look at it later on.
Yeah, but and there are also ways to enchant items. So if you find a really good flask that's not enchanted, you can use one of those orbs I was mentioning earlier to make it enchanted and try to get some good effects on it, because those can really make or break. They're some of the most important equipment in the game, and that's something unique to this game, as far as I know anyway.
Oh gosh,
I just had to take a drink there. So now you can see I'm moving quite a bit faster because I used my flask of adrenaline.
They're all attacking you for some reason.
Because they can teleport. I think these guys AI might actually be, the guy furthest away, teleport to him and attack him. Like I said, those guys are dickheads. I hate them. Okay, so we got a little boss in here. You can tell because it's glowing yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be pumping away at it. I'm missing.
Grab his aggro or not. It doesn't want me.
I got stunned. So
it doesn't want me.
You can tell because it's glowing purple like this. This is a really common type of boss that's really annoying, in that whenever you're within a certain radius, it slows you.
Okay, done.
I don't want any of that, and I don't have room for it.
It's a two-handed axe.
Huh.
That's really interesting. I think I'll drop my maul for that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have room for any of this
That's really, really interesting.
And this is what I'm talking about. You just have to... I can hold this wooden mask, I guess. You have to be really judicious about what you pick up, because a lot of it is going to be useless to you. You're just going to go into town and trade it for, like, 3 transmutation shards. Big fucking deal. And you'll end up, like, spending 20 minutes on a run just fucking with your inventory, which I did early on in the game. And that's not really the way you want to do it.
See, unfortunately, this axe has a dex requirement. I might give it to my duelist.
Interesting.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, so I might give it to my duelist for laughs, but let me see, a duelist with an axe.
A two-handed axe that's a two-handed axe item. That's weird.
Yeah.
Here's our
Yeah, what's
Here's
up?
our... We almost missed the door to the next area.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so that was just a
That
little
wouldn't
mini
be
dungeon.
far.
We defeated it. Hooray. You wanna... I think we're really close to the waypoint if you want to head back to town.
Yeah, I'm kind of overloaded right now.
In fact, you know what? That's been a 25-minute look at Path of Exile. I think we're about done here. We've shown off a lot of gameplay and described the mechanics. So if this sounds like something you're very interested in, definitely stop by the developer's website. I'll leave that in the comments and in the description rather. You can spend $10 and get access to the closed beta right now and do what Zen and I are doing, and have access to very frequent updates for this game. It's updated like 3 times in the last week, and kind of talk to the developers. This is something I should mention actually. Every single night I've been playing, where it's like daytime in New Zealand, a developer has come on and answered questions and talked to people in the global chat, which is really cool. So, you know, if you're interested in being involved in the development of the game and talking to the people who made it, definitely get in here, pay your $10, and you'll get that in-game currency, which is great. A really nice way to do it, I would say, and you'll help fund a great game. If you're on the fence about it, hang on a little bit. It's going to be free to play. You can try it out for yourself for absolutely free pretty damn soon. So just hold your horses, or if you really like it, pay $10. Either way, Path of Exile, highly recommended by both myself and Zen, I think.
Yeah, and I should add one more thing to what Green said about the free-to-play thing. At this point of time, the game is somewhat late in its development. Hopefully they will open it soon. So the developers have been holding open betas on certain weekends just to stress test the service. So, you know, if you want, you could. I don't know how you would normally keep track of new Path of Exile news if you're not in the game. Maybe they have a Facebook page or Twitter account, or you could just load up their page once in a while.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure
they will announce. Yeah, they will announce when they're having open stress test weekend, so you can sign up for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, check that out. Keep an eye out. Good game, and it's going to be free, so there's no excuse not to check it out at some point. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Okay, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.